everybody, welcome to the Elite Suite, and we're going to go ahead and start it off with episode number 32. Let's see if we can smash 1,500 likes on this video. Now, we have seen a lot of fluctuation with the Scream cards in the past couple of days. So, with the cards that we already have, that's bad news, because they're a little bit lower than what we bought them for. But for the coins that we have liquidated, that's good news. We'll pick up even more of these cards. But right now, given the fact that some of these cards, like Sako and Bartra, are going to be upgraded all the way from 82 to 88 rated in rating, that's ultimately going to be a very, very safe investment. And here's why. Right now, Bartra is a little bit more than what he was a couple minutes ago. But still, 25,000 coins. And it's even lower for Sako right now. He's also going to end up being 88 rated. So if you take a look at Sako for 24,000 coins, considering the next cheapest 88 rated in the game, who is Oblak, the goalkeeper for Atletico Madrid, these cards are going to be used in the Del Piero squad building challenges. They're going to be used in Rui Costa over Mars. Plus, the day that this is uploaded, in a few hours after it's going up, there will be another Prime Icon SBC coming out, probably 3 more. And with that being said, well, I guess it's not confirmed, but everybody is speculating that it would be coming out. It makes sense that it would be coming out on the day that this is uploaded, the Thursday. So, since it's probably coming out, these Sakos, these Bartras, and all these high-rated Scream cards are going to be going up in price simply because they will be used in those Icon SBCs. But that's obviously not going to have a huge impact on the price. Sure, it's profit, but I think that they'd only rise from maybe 24,000 coins to 30k, which, I mean, I'll take that, especially with how many that I have. It definitely adds up. I'd be making hundreds of thousands of coins if they were to even rise 6,000 coins. But the cards, or the reason that these cards would rise a ton are if they were required directly in a squad building challenge. If Scream cards were required directly in like some sort of Scream SBC like Madness in the Middle that we saw last year, or if they were required in a tradable Scream squad building challenge, which I still think would only make sense that they'd drop. However, I could see them only doing something like a Madness in the Middle, because that would still have use for the untradeable Scream cards that everybody got out of that untradeable SBC a couple days ago. But overall, they've got to do something with with Scream cards in the SBC, because if not, as I mentioned in previous episodes, people would just have Van Damme Scream cards sitting in their club doing absolutely nothing for the entirety of FIFA 18. And do we really want that? Do EA really want that? What were EA thinking when they came out with that untradeable SBC? Surely they have a plan for this, and I think that the plan is the fact that they will be using these in squad building challenges in the near future, and I'm standing by it. So far, nothing yet. But we could still see it on Thursday, on Friday. It could definitely happen. And it kind of seems like these cards are making a slow recovery, because Sako was just down to about 23,000 coins, and it looks like he's getting bought at 23k pretty quickly now. So he's on a slow rise upwards. But this is still very, very cheap in comparison to what he was when he was hyped up last. He was up to 34,000 coins. So this is 9k less than what it is. Even if you're getting him for 25k, I think that's a pretty good deal. Same with Bartra. Then you've got Sven Bender, who's going to be even cheaper because he's only going to get upgraded from an 81 to an 87 rated, which is still pretty high rated. The next cheapest 87 rated in the game is going to be Marco Verratti. Marco Verratti is going to be about 30,000 coins right now. He might be down to like 28 by now, but given that, he'd still go up just a slight amount. There's obviously more supply for Bender than there is Verratti, so that's going to keep him lower than Verratti if that was the only reason for him to rise. But I think it's a very safe investment if you're picking up Bender, Toprak, or Mark Bartra specifically, because of the fact that they will still have demand for Del Piero squad building challenge and other Icon squad building challenges. So even if all went wrong, they'd still have a little bit demand from that, so it makes them a lot more safe than somebody like Van Damme as an investment, who's only going to go up to, I believe, 85 or 86 rated, and considering Pepe is cheaper than Van Damme right now, then Van Damme wouldn't have that kind of cushion and that safety net for that Bender and Toprak and Bartra have. So hopefully I kind of explained that pretty well for you guys. And let's go ahead and hop into episode number 32. As I said, we're going to go for 1,500 likes on this video. And here's the transfer list right now. Again, the cards that I already have, they're a little bit cheaper than what I got them for. Like, I mean, I guess they're about the same price. Bartra was 25k yesterday. I got him for, you know, and he's 25k again today. So he hasn't really fluctuated too much right now. Sacco, I think I got Sacco for like 26. So he's a little bit lower than, but it's really not detrimental to my coin total right now. But for the cards that we already have, I'm sitting pretty. I'll be all right. We've got Zaha's for 63. I've got 3 of those cards for 63. He's already 72k. We're looking good still. Even with the fact that the Scream card SBCs haven't dropped yet, we're still looking all right. Next, we're going to do some squad building challenges that I personally think are worth it. So we're going to start off here with Krasnodar. The total price of this squad is going to cost you 6,500 coins. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the price of every single player. 800, 500, 750, 800. And you guys can add them up if you want. But I did. It's 6,500 coins there. Every single player is pretty cheap. One thing you did need to do is wait till Grankvist dropped to 950 coins. Because he was actually 8,000 at first. Because when this squad building challenge came out, he wasn't in packs. Which means that his regular card skyrocketed to 8k. But now that it's back in packs, it's pretty cheap. And you can do this for literally 6.5 thousand coins. So let's go ahead and submit that for a very good 25k pack. That's one of the better 25k packs. There are 2 different versions of 25k pack if you were wondering. There's the rare gold pack, which gives you all rare cards in the entire squad, so you get rare consumables, rare everything. And then you have the other 25k pack, which is a premium players pack, and that gives you all players in the pack, but it's only going to be 3 rares, and a lot of the time you'll get rare silvers. I've even opened those 25k packs and only gotten 1 rare gold before, so that's why I don't like them as much. You know you're getting at least 3 rare golds in the rare gold pack that you get from this. And the next one's Ruben Kazan. This is less worth it than Krasnodar. I did this squad for 15,000 coins, which in the end is not terrible considering we're getting a 25k pack, and since we spent 15k, we're not risking too much. Obviously, we're not guaranteed 15k back. We're probably guaranteed around 10k if we were to like sell everything for you know, if it was a terrible pack, probably losing a little bit of coins. But we're gonna go and take the risk here just because I kind of started and committed to it. So we got Asmun for 700. The other striker here is Rochina, and then we needed to get him from center attacking mid as striker, which literally cost me like 500 coins in total. Then we've got this guy for 300 in the midfield, Invila for 1,200, and we've got Alexon for 450. Our left back is going to be a left winger who is 500 coins. Then we got Cesar Navas for 900. The center backs are the killers of the squad. You've got Sokerin for 4,400, and then the other guy 5,000 for Burlak. Those, if you guys can get those on Snipe, then it would be a super cheap squad, because everything else is cheap except for these 2 players, because we don't need to go with the right back. We can go with this guy for 650, play him at right back, and then the goalkeeper's obviously cheap as well for 450 coins. So really the only expensive players are these 2 center backs right here. So we did it for a little bit less than 15,000 coins in total, but pretty much 2/3 of the entire coinage spent was on these 2 center backs. So if you can get those for cheaper, then you're doing really well for yourself. So let's go and submit that one as well. We've got ourselves 2 25k packs to open. And let me know, guys, would you like to see me do a complete video on every single squad building challenge that's worth doing right now and would make you, most likely make you profit? Because I can bring that video out. I kind of did that right at the beginning of the game, but since there's so many more SBCs out now, I can go ahead and bring it out again. Just let me know in the comments below, or by dropping a like on the video. If this vid does hit the like goal, I think I'll do it. Let's go ahead and open these 2 packs. We've got ourselves 2 rare gold packs. Hopefully I can get myself a board drop at least once, or we can get ourselves a Halloween card. Here we go. First pack, center back from Hertha Berlin. That's going to be Stark there. Pretty terrible first pack. Let's go ahead and assume that's the Krasnodar one. So we're actually going to make profit on the Krasnodar one because we only spent 6,000 coins on it. We've got ourselves 3 players that go for probably discard, so that's going to be like 2,500 coins. Contracts are going to make it go up to 3,000 coins. The fitness cards go for like almost 1,000 coins each, I'm pretty sure. Plus, the position changes are the big factors. Those always sell for a lot. So let's go ahead and take a look firstly at right forward to right wing. You don't find those in packs too much, but then again, you don't really take too many right forwards to right wing. Let's go ahead and see how much the right wing to right mid cards cost, and that's going to be about 500 coins. So we only really got about 6,000 coins back from this pack. Pretty terrible. It can't get much worse than that, but then again, we only spent 6k on the SBC, so you'll probably make profit on it. You guys got to understand that my pack luck is easily the worst of anybody. I have not had anything in packs all year except for Hybrid Nation Squad Building Challenge. Not a single pack was good. Not a single one, and I've done a lot of SBCs so far this year. Let's go ahead and head into the next squad building, the next pack from the squad building challenges. So let's go ahead and assume this is the 25k pack from Ruben Kazan. We're definitely going to need a player that goes for a few thousand coins to get our coins back on this one, considering we paid up to 15,000 coins on it, and it's going to be a board drop here from Argentina. It's going to be Biglia, I believe, here. Not a terrible pack. It is a board drop, but it's not a great board drop, obviously, when you see that Argentina. Your immediate thought every single time you get an Argentinian board drop is messy. But it's not messy. It's Biglia. Let's see if we got anything else in this pack. At least we did get Biglia. He'll go for a couple K, 4 rare players, and that's why this one is better than the other 25k pack, because as you can see, we get 4 rare players in this one. You can actually get up to 5, I believe. There's sometimes you get 5, but you can't even get 4 rare golds in the other 25k pack. You can only get a maximum of 3, and oftentimes you get 2 or sometimes even 1 rare gold. So that's why I don't like those as much. I mean, I'll still do squad building challenges that have them, especially if they're cheap, but most of the time they're not as good as these packs. But decent pack there. I don't think we're going to profit off of it, but it will probably get close to our coins back. So hopefully you guys have a little bit better pack luck than I did. Biglia, I mean, in terms of my pack luck, that's actually not too bad. It is now Wednesday, and I always record about 12 hours before I upload. That's kind of a big question you guys have been asking, is that, you know, I upload at 9 a.m. Eastern every single day, and I normally record at like 9 p.m. Eastern the night before. I edit it before I go to bed and then schedule the upload for the morning. So that's kind of how it works. But since it is the Thursday upload, we are going to be talking about what I think of investments in Team of the Week 6 here. Now, this is my first impression. I haven't actually really gotten to look at the new Team of the Week much yet, so I'm basically just going to give you guys my first impressions on everything, what I see as an investment. So, with this being the Team of the Week 6, falling right in between the Halloween promotion, the Halloween promotion packs are going to be ending on Friday. So, I think one of the best times to pick these cards up is probably going to be on like Friday or Saturday, maybe Thursday during Weekend League rewards as well, but kind of in that area. It wouldn't be later in the week, in my opinion, but that's just kind of an idea I'm having, just because most of the packs are going to be open right now. Not as many packs opened later in the weekend unless they drop more SBCs. Now, one time that's always a pretty good time to buy Team of the Week cards is when the marquee matchup rewards drop on Tuesdays. When the marquee matchups drop and people are opening the rewards, not very many people are on the market buying, and it kind of causes these cards to go down because obviously more supply is hitting, and there's a lot of bids as well. So that's when I was able to pick up like my Mark Bartra on bid for 20,000 coins earlier this week when he was going for like 30k. It was during marquee matchup rewards. Let's go and start it off at the top. We've got Michy Batshuayi. Now, he's going to be expensive because he's a Chelsea striker. It's simple as that. Everybody likes Michy Batshuayi. He's the king of tweets, and he's up to 70,000 coins. For an 83 rated card, that card is not going to be needed in any squad building challenges unless it came down to Michy Batshuayi winning player of the month. So I'd ignore that for now. Now, it could be a good investment eventually, but I don't like it so much just because it's very expensive for an 83 rated striker, and plus it's about the same price as William Zaha, and Zaha is a much better card in terms of pretty much everything. He's pacier, he's got better dribbling. The only thing that Zaha doesn't have on Batshuayi is his shooting, but he's got a better work rate. He's also got 4-star skills, so Zaha's just a better card in general. I don't see this Batshuayi holding his price so high for very long. Then you've got Alexis Sanchez for some of the higher tier investors. Now, I could definitely see this Alexis Sanchez being a great investment if you were able to pick him up at the right time. Now, obviously, there's going to be different points in the week that are going to be great for buying, and you just got to keep monitoring the market, see where his peaks and troughs are, kind of monitor what happened to De Bruyne and what happened to other big Premier League players throughout the weekend, see where they hit their bottom, and kind of look at Sanchez, see if he hits his bottom there as well. That's when I would pick up your Sanchez, but the reason I think Sanchez is going to be a great investment is because all these packs are going to be open on the first couple days. We're still in a market that is quite low, and obviously you don't have too much time for the market to recover before Black Friday drops here in about 3 weeks, but it will give enough time for these cards to rise and recover for maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, which would be definitely enough to make profit on any investments. So I think Alexis Sanchez would be a good investment. That's a card that could easily rise unless he would get a second inform very, very quickly, which honestly, with Arsenal's form, you could you could really not predict that Sanchez would get another inform anytime soon. But, I mean, he could. He could. I'm not trying to dig at Arsenal, but that's just kind of, you know, the honest observation that I'm making here. Then we've got Iniesta here, who's got an inform at left midfielder. But the big kicker there, left midfielder. 72 pace at left mid, that's not good at all. Nobody wants a left mid Iniesta. So this card, not so much a good investment in terms of performance in the game and people wanting to use them in weekend league and stuff. But I think that Iniesta card might be good for like squad building challenges if you needed a high rated inform, especially as we get into these prime SBCs for these icons on the day that this is uploaded. So that's something to keep in mind. Then we've got Brandt here. He's a left mid. Again, not very pacey, but he is 83 rated. He is from a good country. Germany is very popular, easy to link with, and Bundesliga is very popular and easy to link with. On top of the fact that when the Bender brothers get their upgrade, a lot of people will be looking for Brandt as the hyperlink. That's something I have noticed here. He's got a hyperlink with both Bender brothers, so if people wanted to go with a lot of Halloween cards in their squad, they could go with like the Bender brothers there, Mark Bartra on center back, link Mark Bartra maybe to Pulisic, and then have Brandt on a hyperlink there. That's just an idea. Could cause him to go up a little bit. Probably not too significant, but just an idea I had. Then we've got Luis Gustavo. And this card, given the fact it is so cheap right now, it is only 83 rated, but he's an okay card. If you were to do a League One squad, you might put him in there, but that card is going to be brilliant for squad building challenges. He's 83 rated, but he's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's exactly what you want in terms of an inform for squad building challenges, the perfect links. League One, Marseille even has some pretty big links, and then Brazilian, CDM, everything works out well for Luis Gustavo. So I think that'd be a good investment long term, like Kramerich was. Remember when I was telling you guys that Kramerich was the perfect investment? That card went from 13,000 coins, he's 40k now. I was right about that. I'm going to be right about this Luis Gustavo. He'll be a good long-term investment. Now, will he be able to flip easily quickly? That depends on any squad building challenges that drop tomorrow or the next day, but over time, this card is going to be perfect for squad building challenges. So if you can get that card on a deal, get it. Then up top at right forward, we've got Bas Dost. Everybody has eyes on this card right now. I'd stay away from it for the first couple days, but once we get later into the weekend, I think that's when you got to pick up the Dost, because he's going to be over-invested in the first couple days. If he's not used in SBCs immediately, he's going to tank. That's when you pick him up, because people are over-investing in him, especially in the first day that they're released. So many people have already been picking him up. He's like, oh, 85 rated. Bas Dost was perfect for SBCs last year. He'll be again this year, but they're just buying him way too early, which means that there's going to be more supply later in the weekend. So wait on him. Mahrez here, he's not a great card in terms of pace. Again, on the wing, you want pacey players. That's his first inform. He does have 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he is in the Premier League, which all helps out Mahrez there. But then again, he's from Leicester, and the only players you're going to link from Leicester there is pretty much Vardy. And then you've only you don't really have too great of stats otherwise. You know, 84 pace, 58 physical is not great, 78 shooting is not great, 90 dribbling's obviously great, but medium's okay for a right mid, but ultimately there's nothing like crazy special about this card. So I definitely would, you know, if you think you can profit off of it, go for it, but I'm not going to be focusing on the Mahrez as an investment, I'll be honest. I'm probably not going to be focusing on him. Then we're getting into the defense. Kolarov might be a decent shout just because he's a left back. Just that's the only reason. He's a left back, he's 82 rated, and he's cheap. So one thing that we've noticed this year is that 80 through 83 rated left backs are very scarce. There's not very many of them, so when they're needed in SBCs, they're expensive. So what people might end up doing is throwing in 82 rated inform left backs to complete the inform requirements, and then going with, you know, the golds and elsewhere in the squad. So if there's like a 84 team requirement, which is, you know, this happens throughout the year. These are common SBC requirements. If there was like an 84 rating required for a squad building challenge and you needed 2 informs, that's a pretty common standard SBC requirement. People might be going with Kolarov at left back and then going with maybe Ruffier at goalkeeper and getting the higher rating there, and then not going with like Leighton Baines, who would be probably like 10,000 coins, or going with an 83 rated left back. I'm not even sure if there are any 83s this year. None pop up in the top of my head, but there might be 1 or 2, but I can guarantee that if there are, they're expensive, because even the 82s for some simple requirements are skyrocketing in price. So with that being said, Kolarov could be a good investment for that. One card I really like as a long-term investment here is Hilton. I think this is a brilliant card. Now, he's still a little bit expensive. 19,000 coins is kind of expensive considering It's the first day he's out. Obviously, he's still being used in some of the previous Icon SBCs. I'd wait a couple days on him, but yes, very good investment. Similar to Kramerich, he's 84 rated. He is from League One. He gets that strong link, actually, with Luis Gustavo, so when it comes down to it, if you need like the requirement that I was just mentioning for an SBC, that's a common link that you're probably going to see people using in squad building challenges, because both Luis Gustavo and Hilton are high rated, Brazilian inform, good league, good nation, strong link, and would help with chemistry. Then we're moving on to Otamendi here. Otamendi is an 85 rated center back who is from Man City, which helps him. He is from Argentina, which kind of helps him. Pretty big country, obviously, for FIFA. And he's about 50,000 coins. I don't see that as too bad of an investment, but you got to consider the fact that Mustafi is probably a better card in general, especially because he is faster, and his other stats are pretty similar. Plus, Otamendi has a high attacking work rate, which you really don't like. Mustafi's card does look a little bit better. So if you're seeing Mustafi's card kind of settle around like 50k, then you're probably going to see Otamendi settle around like 45k. And over time they'll rise because, especially if we don't see many more center backs from the Premier League get informs, Otamendi could rise. Again, that's a card that could work out as an investment, but not something I'm going to be focusing on. Then we've got Handanovic, an 85 or 88 rated inform who's under 100k already. If this card gets down to like 60k, you can see me pick up a few. We've got Muller here. He is a silver. I'm probably not going to be focused on that right now. I'm not going to be focused on any silver Germans, just because we've got a German here, Fulkrug, who is going to be near discard. He already is pretty much discard price. And one thing you got to consider, there are a few Germans in the Premier League. Sane being one of them, and Sane, who had a great month so far in October, who could be nominated for a Player of the Month. And if he is nominated and has any hype around him, this Fulkrug and those other really cheap German informs we've seen in the past few weeks would definitely rise. So if you can get that Fulkrug for discard price, you're not risking anything. And, you know, if Sane or Undawan or Mustafi or players like that in the Premier League have really good seasons or really good months, then these cards are going to skyrocket in price. They could easily double. We're going to go ahead and move back over here where we've got Ricardo Pereira. Now, this was a big card last year because he had 98 pace on his right back, and Ricardo Pereira is pretty in demand, I guess you could say, in terms of a guy from the Portuguese league that's only 83 rated because of these stats. These stats are so good. Such a good card in general. But how are you going to link that in a squad? Will there be too much supply for its demand? Because that's what we saw last year with its Team of the Season card. This Pereira had so much supply from his Team of the Season, and people just couldn't figure out how to link him. And that was even with the help of all these Portuguese right mids and all the Portuguese Team of the Seasons. Pereira didn't rise then when he was playing, I believe it was in the Turkish league. And I don't think he's going to rise that much. I don't think it's a very good investment other than the fact that it's 83 rated, but there's better cards in general. I think that he could rise with SBC requirements, but I don't think he's going to rise too much because of the demand, even though he does have a great card, I will admit. Then we've got Valencia here. He is only 81 rated. He's from Tigres. I don't like it as investment, only because he's only 81 rated. Then we've got Guedes. He's only 80 rated, which is really, really low. The card is decent, and he does have a decent work rate, but like 3-star, 3-star, only 87 pace, 74 physical. Nobody's going out of their way to put that card in their squad. If it fits, it fits, but honestly, it's not gonna be a great investment. Plus, he's only 80 rated. That's way too expensive. I don't see this as a good investment at all. We got Surall here, and there's no reason to think this is a good investment. He's 3-star, 3-star. He doesn't have a single stat above 83, and he's only 79 rating. We're ignoring that one. We've got Neres here. This is an interesting card. He does have right wing Brazilian, and he's from Ajax. So, with that being said, there are quite a few legends in the game who are from Netherlands. There are quite a few icons, that is, from Netherlands. So like Hullet and all the Dutch strikers. There's quite a few like Bergkamp and others. But Neres, he could definitely rise for a prime SBC on a Throwback Thursday. I could see that happening. So Neres, if you can get it for cheap, no risk, but maybe a long-term investment. As I said, Fulkrug, I really like that. I might pick up a few of him. We've got Moy here. He's in the Premier League at Huddersfield. I have not recognized Huddersfield as bad. I haven't processed that yet. He does play for Huddersfield in the Premier League, so I actually didn't know about that, and maybe a lot of people don't know about that. Moy is at Huddersfield. He's 82 rated. He might be one of the cheapest Premier League informs, So, considering that Moy is one of the cheapest Premier League informs, I might have eyes on him. I might look at him for an investment for Player of the Month. That could be really, really good as an investment, because there's oftentimes you need a Premier League squad with like one inform as a requirement, like 83 rated. Moy would go up a ton from that if that was a Player of the Month requirement. I think he'll go up in the hype as well. So we've got Player of the Month. It's going to drop probably around like September 7th through 10th. I'm not sure the exact date right now. I haven't looked towards it. That's about 2.5 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. So this Moy wouldn't even be that long-term of an investment. I think that's a really, really good card to pick up. We've got here Ilsinho. He's Brazilian. He's gold, but he's only 76 rated, so I'm iffy on that one. You've got Keith Thielen, 78 rated, but he's not from a great country for links, not from a great league, it appears, and so I don't see that one as a great investment. Same for Sorloth. He is 82 rated though, so kind of similar to the El Yanusi we saw a couple weeks ago. And then we've got another silver here, which I'm going to go ahead and ignore. So that's pretty much my Team of the Week analysis right now. Again, that's my first impression, so everything you guys saw, I hadn't really prepared. I've just kind of gone and told you guys my opinions on each one of these cards, so hopefully that helps you guys out with your investments this week. I've told you guys which cards I'm probably going to be focusing on, and I'll go ahead and update you guys this weekend once the prices are a little bit lower. The next squad building challenge I'm going to do is Sporting CP. You need a 78 rating, but the good part about this squad building challenge is that you need a 45,000 coin pack. Obviously, the rating is pretty easy to meet considering they're mostly gold players in the squad. I went with one silver. There's a couple other silvers you can go with as well that are decently cheap, but the weirdest thing is that there's not a single card in the team that's going to be cheaper than 700 coins, and there's not a single card in the team that's going to be more expensive than 1,500 coins, which is pretty nice, because every single card you're not going to be spending like 4K on a center back like we were on Ruben Kazan, so that's pretty nice, but you also are going to be spending more than discard on every single card as well. Now obviously I sniped a couple of these cards and got some deals, like this Silva goes for like 1,400, I got it for 1,000, so we got some deals on snipes here, but I'd suggest going and sniping as many cards as you can as well. Let's go ahead and hop into this pack and see if we can get something out of a 45k pack. Considering it's a 45k pack and we only spent 11,000 coins, if we don't make our coins back on this, then it basically proves that our pack luck is definitely the worst pack luck in FIFA 18. That I have the by far the worst pack luck in FIFA 18. Here we go. It's gonna be, I can never tell. Like, I still haven't learned how to tell if it's gonna be a board drop or not. It's not a board drop. It's gonna be, I thought it was Yarmolenko there at first. It's gonna be Stepanenko, an 80 rated Ukrainian CDM. Next one, I'm going to do Porto. We've got to push the luck here with the pack luck. And given the fact that we really can't lose coins when we're spending only 10,000 coins on FC Porto here, as you guys can see. So we've got Casillas 700, 850, 1,100, 400, 1,500, 1,300, 1,000, 1,000, 800, 900. Every single player is rather cheap. So that is the cheap solution for Porto. Obviously, you don't have to use these exact players. Whichever's cheapest when you're watching the video, whatever console you're on, pretty straightforward. It's just FC Porto squad. So those were the cheapest players when I got it. So I went with, I actually did go with a goalkeeper at striker here. And then I also have, I guess that's the only player really out of position. So yeah, just the goalkeeper at striker to save coins there, because Casillas, I was able to get on bid. I was able to get him for 700 on bid, and then I was able to get Saw for 850 on a buy now. So let's go ahead and submit that for another Prime Gold Players Pack, which is a 25,000 coin pack. Please, EA. Please. This pack luck has been so bad. All year. All year it's been so bad. Please. Alright, we're looking for the... It's not gonna be a board drop. I could tell. It wasn't shiny on the side. Right back. Zabaleta. It's going to be Zabaleta there. Okay. Terrible. One more try. Okay. This is the last try today. SL Benfica gives you a 25k pack. It's not one of the better 25k packs. And God knows, with my pack luck, I'm going to get one rare gold out of all of them. Hey, maybe that rare gold will be Ronaldo. Funny. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do this SBC. We can do it for about 10,000 coins. They're all pretty cheap. 1,300 there, 750 there, 1,200, 1,200, 1,100, 1,000, 1,200, 800, 800, 1,300, 700. Pretty cheap all around. Maybe 10 to 11k for this squad for a 25k pack. And it's not the rare gold pack, which guarantees you to get 3 or 4 rare golds. This one, you can get a maximum of 3 rare golds. And with my pack luck, I'm bound to get 1 rare gold out of it. But here we go. I'm not even going to hesitate. We're just going to open it straight up. I'm going to turn around. Okay, here we go. Again? Really? Unfortunately, we can't get any pack luck from SBCs to make us profit, but that doesn't mean we're not making any profit today. We've got these Zahas for 63k each. I've got 3 of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at his price. If it's high enough, I might sell. I was only doing a short-term investment with him. I mean, I could hold him for longer for more profit, but I could also liquidate and invest elsewhere in cards that I think might rise a little bit quicker. So right now, Zaha is 60. It looks like he'll sell for 70,000 coins, but I want a little bit more. I'm probably going to list him overnight. I'm going to see if I can get like 73k for that card, just so it's 10,000 coins more than what I bought him for. After tax at about this, that's about 3,500 coin tax. So I'd be making about 7k per card, which would add up to over 20,000 coin profit on those 3 Zahas that we bought pretty easily without any issue yesterday for 63,000 coins. So with that being said, I'll take a 20k profit real quick on that. Eriksson is a card that I am a little bit concerned with. Now, Eriksson, I do not have any concern with, you know, at least getting my coins back, but right now Eriksson's actually selling for about 255,000 coins, which if I were to sell him for that, that would legitimately be about 1,000 coin profit for me. On a card that big, we're not looking for only 1,000 coin profit, so if it comes down to it, we could just take the 1,000 coin profit, but I'm trying to sell him for at least 260. Now, I was hoping for like 270. I've said that in previous videos, but if I can just take a few thousand coin profit and get him out just to reinvest, I will do so. I'm going to sell Walker before his next game. That's obvious. And then we've also got these Draclers. We've got a lot of Halloween cards, and we've got 200,000 coins liquidated. So I'm going to go ahead and start buying a little bit more of these Scream cards. If I can get any snipes on them, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their prices. I haven't checked them in the past few hours. I checked them this morning when I was in class, and right now it looks like Bartra's going to be chilling around 27,000 coins, which is more than what he was earlier. He was about 23,000 to 24,000 coins at one point. Same thing for Sacco. He was about 23 to 24,000 coins. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. The card is rising, which means that every single card on our transfer list is pretty much guaranteed profit, the ones that we already have. The bad news is, you know, the more they go up, the less good of a deal that we're getting with the cards that we have yet to buy. So I might buy a couple of those. I'm also going to be looking at Sven Bender. And if you guys haven't seen my recent video, go ahead and check out episode, I think it was 31 was the last one, right? Go ahead and check that out. And in that video, I explain why I think that these are the best Scream cards to buy as opposed to Van Dam, Forrester, Pulisic, and others. So you can check that out, why I explain it in depth. Our first deal here is going to be Bender for less than 20,000 coins, and it's pretty surprising. He was actually on the market for about 15 seconds there. Nobody had bought him, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and pick him up, especially considering that he's going for about 22,000 coins right now. I'm actually quite surprised that was on the market for so long, but it is what it is. We'll take the profit. But considering Sven Bender, he's going to go up from an 81 to an 87. We know that. Then we've also got the next cheapest 87, which is going to be, I believe it's still Marco Verratti, and right now Verratti is going to sell for 27,000, 29k. He's selling for 29k, and that's within a minute, or at least a few minutes, that is. So 29,000 coins, and then we're getting, you know, Bender right now for 19k, which means that these cards like Bender, they're going to absolutely skyrocket this weekend. I mean, skyrocket might be a big word. They're going to rise. They're going to rise. They're going to profit. It'll be pretty easy to profit on these cards. So I'm going to go ahead and spend, again, the rest of my 200,000 coins. I'm not going to have anything liquidated by the end of this video. Gone ahead and I've sold a lot of the cards that we were able to get in those packs. Everything ended up selling. I listed a little bit less than what it actually went for, but, you know, some good profit there on some of the cards. We actually ended up probably getting about our coins back on all of those SBCs combined. And considering our pack luck, my pack luck, so bad, you guys will probably make profit. So here's what we've got now. I picked up a few more Benders. I also got, I think, 2 more Bartras, and then we've also got another Bernardo Silva. So those are cards that I've picked up. I'm going to leave it at 100k liquidated. I know I said that I was going to spend all of it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave a little bit liquidated because the Icon SBCs are probably going to be coming out tomorrow. I want a little bit liquidated just so I can pick up cards real quick right when it drops. But right now, here is the transfer list, and we have got a lot invested right now. Pages on pages right now. All the way up to 7 pages, it looks like. Maybe 6.5 pages of investments right now on the transfer list. This could really, really pay off if we do get a requirement on the Scream cards, or if we get anything that requires 84 rated cards, whether it is a Halloween SBC or simply the Throwback Thursday squad building challenges. Now, when it comes down to the icons, what do I think they will be? That's a question I've been getting a lot, and I don't know, I just have a hunch. I have a hunch that I think that YASHIN might get one. And the reason I think that YASHIN might get one is because he is one of like the cover stars of the game. Plus, that they want to get that YASHIN with the hat into the game earlier rather than later. On top of the fact that they haven't done a goalkeeper yet. Obviously, they did like 3 attacking-minded players with Rui Costa as a center attacking mid, Overmars is like a left mid left winger, and then Del Piero is like a center forward / striker. So those are all like attacking players. I think that they're gonna have to do like 1 goalkeeper this time, and they'll have to do at least 1 defender, and then they might throw in another midfielder or something along those lines. But I think that they're gonna have to do at least 1 defender and 1 goalkeeper next, and YASHIN is just perfect because 94 rated, he's cover star, EA want to do something with him, so I think YASHIN might end up being one of the requirements. He played in the Russian league, which means that maybe Berezutski's inform would be a requirement. I'm going to ignore it. That's kind of a far stretch. But what isn't a far stretch is maybe them requiring some sort of icon like goalkeeper, because the goalkeepers right now are the cheapest of all icons, and they've already risen in price. So by the time you guys are watching this video, definitely don't buy them because they're already up to about 293k at least, maybe up to about 300k. He was 250,000 coins earlier this week. It would have been a good investment had I picked it up, but I was focusing on stream cards at that time. I know a couple people in my stream, including another YouTuber, B Monis, he actually picked up a couple of those 86 Schmeichel cards and is making some nice profit. But that's something to consider for like future weeks. We're not going to invest in that for now. That's just an idea on what they're going to do. But what we saw was a lot of squad building challenges that required like 83 rated, 84 rated, 85 rated, 86 rated, and 87 rated. So all those players are probably going to rise again. I can't see them going through 3 squad building challenges for those icons and those 87s, like at least some high rated players not needed. So that's why I think that these, Bernardo Silvas and these Draxlers are going to end up being great investments. We could easily make like 2 to 3k per card depending on the requirements tomorrow. So I'm going to hold those for sure. I still got a Pepe. I'm just going to hold him as well. I didn't mean to really still have a Pepe. But one thing I am going to sell overnight is the Zahas, just so I can get some more coins liquidated as well for tomorrow. And we don't really need to hold that for too much longer. We're already in the profit range for them. So we're going to take that. That's going to be it for today's episode. A lot of, analysis today, a lot of explaining. So if you guys paid attention, you probably learned a lot. And if it does help you guys out, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about anything we said in this video as well, and I'll try to respond to a few of you guys. And I try to love some of the comments. You guys know how YouTube lets the upload or love comments, so I'll try to love some of you guys' comments as well and interact with you guys down there. You guys can also interact with me on Twitter, and oh yeah, here's my social medias right here. You can just go ahead and follow them right there. We've got right there, and then just switch the YouTube one to Twitch. That's just twitch.tv/elite. That's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.